What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of Fowler Behind the Wheel. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the bell notification. Leave me a comment down below. You know, do whatever you want to, but help me out if you can. I'd really appreciate it. I wanted to talk to y'all today about something that I had seen a couple of weeks ago. So apparently, the federal government with Biden is partnering up with a trucking company to try and figure out how in the world to make the trucking industry better and how to retain drivers. And they teamed up with a truck company. I can't even remember what the truck company's name is, but I will update y'all later on what that truck company is. But from what I found out about this truck company, this truck company cannot retain drivers to save their lives. They've even sued. So, like, say I work for this truck company, right? And I left this truck company and went to go work for another truck company, right? And I was working for this particular truck company. Well, this particular truck company would sue the company that I'm going to basically as like a non-contract clause, which is why it's very important, y'all, when you sign a contract or whatever to work for a company, read that shit. If it's got a no contract clause in it, or no, not a contract clause, a non-competition clause, that's what it is. You can't leave that company and go work for their competition. That's what that no competition clause is. Don't ever sign that. You are literally, you might as well have chains cemented into a wall and locked yourself to it, because you are now that company's bitch. You can't go nowhere. They can treat you however they want to. They can pay you as little as they want to, and you can't go nowhere, because if you go somewhere, you are leaving that company and going to work for competition, meaning you are now in competition with the other company, which is the one that you just left. And that's stupid. You know, I did that. I signed a no competition clause or contract with one of my FedEx contractors. But, I mean, luckily it worked out good for me in the long run because they paid me really, really, really good. And I had a really good co-driver. It was a female co-driver, but she ran her ass off just like I do. And we made a lot of money over there. I still got contractors over at FedEx that still want me. Some I've never driven for, some I have. But it's a real love-hate relationship with FedEx. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. If you're new to truck driving, don't sign anything that's got a competition clause in it. Just don't do it. You know, a lot of new drivers will go on hand and knee to a big Fortune 500 company, Swift, Snyder, Prime, you know, whoever else, and the company will fork over the money for you to get your CDL. But then you're going to have to work with them for like a year or whatever. You're going to make shit. I mean, they might, if you're lucky, they'll pay you like 30-some cents a mile. You know, if I'm ever able to get my trucking company up and running, you know, I'm going to pay my drivers, you know, a real wage for driving. You know, there will be tiers for those who are new, coming right out of school, and those who have been driving for like 20 years or whatever. But you literally get your, they shove the biggest dildo up your ass that they can. without lube when you go crawling to a truck company. Now, just about every state has, you know, like with me, when I got my CDL, I went through NC Works because I'm from North Carolina. So I went through NC Works, and they paid for me to go to truck driving school and get my CDL. When I got my CDL, I was obligated to nobody. I could go work for just about anybody I wanted to that took a new driver. And for me, that was FedEx. I made a lot of money at FedEx. But FedEx is another story. So anyway, what I was getting at, this company that is teamed up with the federal government is suing competition because their driver goes to it. And they're having drivers quit left and right. But, you know, Biden's government works so well that he's going to team up with one of the shittiest trucking companies out there to try and figure out how to make trucking great again. For one, there's no driver shortage. After COVID hit and everybody shut down, the freight market went up. Not because there were less truck drivers, but because everybody was shut down. And then when everybody started to open up again, everybody wanted their stuff, like, right now. We're going to pay you good money to get it here, right now. Hurry it up. That's why the freight market has exploded during these stupid times. And truck companies are making a lot of money off of it, you know, obviously, but owner-operators, lease operators, these guys are milking the market right now. They're smart, they're putting that money back for a rainy day. But there is no driver shortage. There hasn't been a driver shortage in a long time. Now, I'll tell you what there is a shortage of, and that's parking. Biden wants to make trucking great again and needs to start, you know, well, he can't really do nothing about that. It's a state issue. It's not a national issue. Here's what you need to remember, fellas and ladies. It's not the federal government, it's the general government, because the general government only has general purposes. Parking spaces are, for the most part, private, meaning they're on private property. They're at a truck stop, at a Walmart, whatever. The only real public parking you got is at a rest stop, which is owned and operated by the state, which the rest stop is in. So, it's really a state issue. Biden needs to tell the states, hey, we have parking shortage for these truck drivers out here. We got trucks parking out on the highway, off the on and off ramps, you know, all this stuff. You know, a lot of these people are having to pay to park nowadays, which is stupid. I understand it, but I don't like it. You know, I'm out here keeping the world running. You want to charge me $10 a night to park? Stupid. If you are a dedicated truck facility, why not just go ahead and offer free parking? I mean, a lot of us use your fuel and take showers. You come in and buy a bunch of crap. That's just me, though. I mean, I've paid to park a few times, but I don't make, you know, the money that I used to. I haven't seen a full week's paycheck out here yet. I mean, by actually being out on the road instead of recovering trucks. So I'm still waiting to see how that looks. My schedule right now is a little jumbled because I kind of got started in the middle of the week. I'm headed from Colorado, Denver, Colorado to Plainfield, Indiana right now. And got to be there by the 12th. And What's today? I don't even know what today is. I want to say it's Wednesday. No, today's Monday. That's right. Today's Monday. So today is Monday the 10th. So I'm going to be there on Wednesday the 12th. So, as it sits right now, I got 16 hours and 11 minutes on my 70. So, we're going to see how it looks when I get there. You know, I'm not going to have a problem sitting for 34 hours, get a reset, and finish the week out. But, we're going to see what my recaps look like, and we'll go off after that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, anyway, so Biden's teaming up with some bullshit truck company that doesn't know how to retain drivers, figure out how to retain drivers. Just to top off, you know, Biden also made it legal to where 18-year-olds can be out here doing like one of the most dangerous jobs in America. I mean, you come straight out of high school, jump in a truck, you're still raging with hormones, thinking you're all big and bad. I'm big 30 on the 30th. I don't care about none of that shit anymore. And I got into truck driving when I was about 24, 25. I swear it feels like it's been longer than that, though. I don't know. But anyway, so I need to figure out when my month is. I want to do a 1 month review. But as it sits right now, I'm pretty happy. My my dispatcher, I don't have driver managers no more. My dispatcher, you know, I've told y'all before, you know, he wants to run his team hard. Well, he told me we're going to wait and see what your time looks like when you get stopped. And he wants to run my clock all the way out. I should be looking at 3,200 miles, maybe, hopefully, by the time I'm done with this week. I'm hoping if he can squeeze out another 1,000 miles, that'd be great. So, we'll see how it goes. But, it wasn't yesterday morning, but the morning before that, man, y'all, I cooked me some eggs and sausage. I got this little griddle thing. So, I went to Walmart and I got, what was it, a dozen jumbo eggs. I should have got some smaller eggs, just a bit better. But I used 2 jumbo eggs and got 2 egg omelets out of it. Put some pepper and some bacon bits in it. It was so good. And then I cooked 2 little sausage patties, Jimmy Dean sausage patties on it. Man, I had me a good breakfast. And then that night, I had tacos. I finished that up yesterday. It was great. Loved it. I gotta get me some dish soap so I can clean my dirty dishes though. Had some salsa and chips for lunch today. And I don't know, but I'm hoping. But see, I want to spend about $400 or $500 and get like a 5,000 watt inverter. That way, I'll have plenty of power to run it as much as I want to. And I can get the fridge plugged up, the microwave. Well, when I get that air fryer, microwave, convection oven thing, that's going to draw more energy than that microwave will. So I want to be able to sustain power to that too. But I just want to be able to have as much power as I need. But we'll see how it goes. I still got to get, a memory foam mattress for the truck. That'll be about $200. That'll probably be my next order. So, other than that, I get to drive 76 and 80 today. I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be a boring day. But I got an hour and 16 minutes till I get to my fuel stop. But see, that's one of the good things about GP Transco. They use Pilot and Flying J, but they don't tell you where. If you need it, get it. If you need to stop at a Love's or a Petro or a TA, stop there and get as much fuel as you need to get to the next Pilot or Flying J. Whatever. So that's what I did. I stopped at a Love's and got 30 gallons of gas. Not gas, diesel. And now I'm on my way to the Pilot. I probably could have made it, but I got 30 gallons just to be sure. I've had a USA. You look at my past videos. I ran out of gas twice, I think. I know I did once. I think I did again. And it was where they scheduled me to get fuel, so they're ridiculous. Oh, USA Trucks also getting fully electric Class A trucks from, it's not Tesla. Okay, Nikola? I don't know. They're fully electric trucks from some manufacturer. And obviously, those are going to go to like local guys. And it's stupid because they got sleepers. They got sleeper cabs on them. Local guys don't need sleeper cabs. They're home every night. But I mean, if they want to spend extra money on it, whatever. USA will splurge on them sales, but they're cheap as hell with everybody else. I don't get it. Drink your water while you're out driving, guys. Stay away from them energy drinks. Bad for you. But anyway, I want to tell you all about what I got. I don't know if I did, but if I did, here you go. To eat. Now I'm going to be getting on the keto diet. And the keto, every truck driver needs to be on the keto diet. Now a lot of people, when you say diet, they're like, oh, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, if you want to spend, $200 a week buying junk food at the truck stops, fine, whatever. Put on 500 pounds, see if I care, but I'm not. Now, the reason why every truck driver needs to get on the keto diet is because it's not like all the other diets. Now, if you like fried food, sweet food, it's going to suck for you. But if you can get on the keto diet and stay with it, those cravings will go away, I promise. So the good thing about the keto diet, and why every truck driver should get on it, is because it is a meat-eating diet. I love to eat meat. Hamburgers, steak, chicken, fish, whatever. Sausage. The key to the keto diet is to eat as much fat as possible. You want a high fat content. Even when you're eating salad, you want to get a high fat content dressing. You want to intake more fat, and you don't want to take in any carbs, bread, fried foods, beans, corn, sweet peas, stuff like that. Get rid of your carbs. Your carbs go into your body and what you don't use gets stored as fat. Well, when you switch to the keto diet, you take in more fat and no carbs. So your body's used to taking in carbs, and that's what it uses as fuel. Well, this is where the government's lied to us. It doesn't even matter about calorie intake. You just want less carbs. The less carbs, the better. If you take in no carbs, it's perfect. But you want like a 10% a day carb intake or something like that. I got an app on my phone. That's a really good keto app to use. I'll have to get that to y'all later as well. But you want high fat, high protein, so basically you want meat. Now, if you take in the fat and no carbs, your body kind of goes into like, I want to say it goes into like shock, but you're not going into shock. Your body's like, where's the carbs? We need the carbs. We need fuel. We're used to having carbs to fuel the body with. Well, when they can't find any carbs, it goes to fat. It eats away your fat. So, when you take in more fat, you're giving your body more fuel to get through the day. And let's face it, guys, we sit on our butts all day long looking out the window, you know, spinning a steering wheel all day long, 10, 11 hours a day. When we go into these truck stops and we're eating all this junk food and fast food and all this other crap, it's just carbs. That's why we get fat. So when we stop doing that, start cooking your own meals. I'm telling you. If your truck comes with a fridge in it, stock it up with meats and vegetables or whatever. Jiffy Trasco has these dorm room sized refrigerators in them. Stock it up. If you bring your own refrigerator out on the road, stock it up. Get you something to plug in and cook some meals with. It's not that hard. Guys, I made tacos the other night. And then the other night before that, as you saw, I made pork chops. And the other morning, I made eggs and sausage for breakfast. It's not that hard. I mean, within your 30-minute break, you can make you something to eat. So take in more fat. Make your body switch from a carb intake to a fat intake. Make your body crave fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates. Stay away from the sodas and energy drinks. Drink coffee and water. Coffee is keto friendly, but don't put sugar in it. I use the powder creamer. It's better than just regular dairy. Well, for me, it's better because I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have a whole lot of dairy. I'm hoping that gets better as we go on, but we'll see. If you get water flavorings, you know, just turn it around and look at it. See how many sugars it's got. If it's got no sugar in it, great. I wouldn't imagine they would have carbs in them, but just keep track of how many carbs. I mean, but it's not easy. Just stay away from bread stuff. You know, as soon as I get rid of my chips and dip, I probably won't be having that anymore. Unless I can find a low-carb chip alternative. But for the tacos, I get soft tortilla shells. And I got low-carb soft tortillas, and it's got spinach herb in it. So I'm doing even more just for that. It's really not that hard, guys. Just eat more fatty meat. I got steak in the fridge. I've got hamburger patties in there. I got one more pork chop left. I mean, y'all, that's good eating. That is good eating. And it's not that hard. You just got to do it. Don't get out here on this road and get to be 500 pounds. Can't hardly walk, can't do nothing. Now you're just a slave to the truck. When you're on home time, all you're going to do is go home and sit on the couch and watch TV. Keep yourself fit. You know, I've been driving for like 5 or 6 years, and I've been able to maintain, you know, around 200, 210 pounds. But even for me, that's too much. I'm top heavy, supposedly, or whatever. But there's no, you can stay fit as a truck driver. And I wish that the truck stops would have a better alternative of food than what they got, but they don't. They're fast food. That's why I don't like to go in and buy food anymore. Now, when I was at USA, I had no choice. USA doesn't put fridges in their trucks, because USA sucks. And I couldn't make the money there to buy a refrigerator to put in it, so I was just shit out of luck. So just keep in mind what you're eating. You know, even yogurt's good for you on the keto diet. You know, keto, cheese, meat, yogurt, dairy, you know, all that stuff. You can have it. Take advantage of it. You know, take some yogurt out on the road with you. Get your intestines all cleaned out. Yogurt's really good for that. It's got probiotics in it. Clean your intestines out. If you're anything like me, and you used to eat a bunch of junk food out on the road, boy, you get stopped up for days. And then when you gotta go, you gotta go. You better hope you get to that bathroom quick. And then while you're in the bathroom, you're gonna be in there for an hour and a half, trying to make sure you get it all out, so by the time you get to your truck, you ain't gotta go back to the bathroom. Which is another thing. Go to Lowe's, get you a bucket, get you some good thick trash bags, and get you a potty lid. And if you gotta go, then you can go. You know, I'll admit, there's been a few times where I've had to pull over on the side of the road and I just went, because I didn't have any choice. Either to shit on myself or shit on the ground. And I'm gonna shit on the ground before I shit on myself and ruin my britches. So just be mindful. It's really not that hard. It's a really good diet to get on. It's perfect for truck drivers, because when your body switches from using carbohydrates as fuel, your body switches to using fat as fuel. Fat is fat. I don't care what kind of fat it is. Trans fat, whatever. If you want to get technical about it, whatever. Fat is fat. Eat fat. When you do that, the weight falls right off of you. And I know this because my wife is doing it. And she's losing weight. And my mother-in-law, she went into it more hardcore than we did. And God, it just fell off of her. It fell off of her quick. She's a hell of a lot more skinnier than she used to be. So props to you, Sandy. Proud of you. So it works. And every truck driver should be getting on it. I'm probably going to cook me a steak tonight. I haven't decided if I want to go for steak or hamburger, but we'll see. But for right now, guys, gonna get off here and drive, and I'll catch up. All right, everybody. So it's the next day. I apologize I didn't get to finish the video, which was the beginning portion, which you just saw, because I was tired. So I'm gonna do that tonight. It's the next day. Alright, so the company that has teamed up with the federal government is CRST. And you can look into them yourself. They're a shitty company. They're the ones that I was telling you about, that will sue. And like, if I left them and went to somewhere else, they would sue that place that I went to. They've actually done that. So that's just stupid. I'll include a link in the description, which is what I was sent. But it's stupid. It's also stupid that USA is getting electric trucks when, you know, they could be so much better. Hey, USA Truck, put some money into your terminal so that the drivers are comfortable. How about that? Really, the only decent ones are Laredo, Texas, and West Memphis, Arkansas. That's only because they got sofas in them. Everything else is trash. USA Truck is trash, period. Do not go to USA Truck. Don't. But the other thing that I was telling you about is the keto. Like tonight, I had 4 sirloin steaks. They were like cheap sirloins. I got them at Walmart. It came with 6 little sirloins, like 6 ounce, I guess. And it was $14. I cooked 4 of them tonight. I guess I was really hungry. But they were decent. They were pretty good. I was happy with them. I'm full. And as you can, I even did dishes. I did dishes. Guys, if you're going to cook in your truck, you're going to have to do dishes. I got a buddy of mine who does dishes in his truck, but he uses like Lysol antibacterial wipes or something, which I guess is alright. It's been working for him. And to be quite honest, I've done that before I got all that stuff and some dish liquid. But I'm going to tell you, I used a little bit of water, poured it in my pan, used the rest of that water, and got my dish rag nice and wet, and I washed all the dishes. I got a spatula, a knife, a fork, a plate, and a pan. It's 5 dishes. And I rinsed them with 1 whole bottle of water. Poke you a little hole in here. You know, wash your dishes, get them all soapy and clean. Hang them out your truck. Squeeze it and just rinse the soap right on down. And if you're using more than a bottle of water, first off, if you're using a lot of cooking utensils, figure out a way to lighten that load a little bit so that you're not using so much water. But it works. You can do it, and it's not that hard. I cooked 4 steaks, did the dishes, cleaned up, put everything away in an hour. Less than an hour. Look, I've been off duty for 56 minutes. And 15 of those minutes, I was getting everything ready. So, let's see. I got all that done in about 44 minutes. 45 minutes, whatever. So, the thing about the 4 steaks is it didn't hurt my keto. It's got fat in it. Sirloin steaks don't have a lot of fat in it. I don't like beef fat. I can do pork fat. I don't know, it's weird. But still, it's the meat. It's protein. That's what you need. Water, coffee, protein, and fat. Just do away with carbs, like I said. Here is the app I was telling you about, the Keto app. Use this app to keep track of everything, and it's got some recipes in it you can use, and it's got charts in it. So like chicken and avocados, asparagus, broccoli, beef, pork, whatever. You can count that. And it's got a flow graph chart thing in it. You set it at 85% fat, 10% protein, or 75% fat, 10% protein, and 15% carbs, or something like that. You want your carbs low, protein and fat high. Remember that. And I promise you, the weight will come off. It's worked. It's working for my wife, and it really, really worked for my mother-in-law, who took it hardcore, and it just fell off of her. Like, literally, there it went. So, I just had a full meal. Where are you going to go and eat 4 steaks that ain't going to cost you a bunch of money? And I got all my plates and stuff I can reuse. I'm saving money. That's the name of this game. Make money, save money. Don't go out here and spend $200 a week, buying all this truck stop crap. Just don't do it. But anyways, guys, about done with my cigarette here, and I'm gonna get to bed. In the morning, I got to deliver this load, and I got to drop it by 12:30 in the afternoon. But I'm gonna be there. If I got up right at when I need to get up and go, I'll be like 4 hours early. So I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna make me some eggs and bacon. I mean, it don't get no better than that, guys. Eggs and bacon. That's what I'm having in the morning. So, just use your head, guys. When I get now what I'm actually using to heat my pan up with, it's like a little $12 Walmart plug-in stove eye. And it works, but it'll get hot and then it'll cut off for like 3 minutes and then it'll cut back on or whatever. And it's not a consistent heat. So I'm gonna eventually buy like a big, not big, but it's gonna be like a long griddle type thing where I can actually use a griddle to heat patties up and steak and pork chops and all that stuff. And then when I've saved up enough money, I'll get a convection air fryer microwave combo thing to put up there and decommission the microwave. But until then, I'm making it work. If I can make it work, you can make it work. So make it work. Live a better life as a truck driver. Don't become a 500-pound truck driver. Just don't do it. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm going to bed, and we'll see you next time. Drive safe out there and be good, y'all. Deuces.